Film production Ante presents The point is to make a step. It is good, just great. What else can one say here? You become like an angel. Rodnoe, Film 2.
Зима – это особое состояние природы, время обновления и созерцания уже сотворенного.
Winter, it is a special state of nature. It's time for renewal and contemplation of what has been created. Birds become quiet, animals fall asleep, the land is resting under the snow sheets after an abundant harvest. In eco-village Rodnoe, in winter life goes its way. Nature gives man a break and frees some time for reflection.
Освободив время для размышлений.
Вообще вся зимняя жизнь состоит в том,
Nadezhda Zdanko.
это некое время такое, когда
In general, all winter life consists of, it is such kind of time when you don't have to hump it, don't have to keep it up with work in order to be in time with planting, with gathering crops. It is like you have private time with yourself. You have plenty of time, and most of it you spend on reading, collecting information, and reflecting about what you have succeeded in. What else you need to gain, what kind of knowledge, and how to apply it. It's a good time to dream up the future you have started to create.
Когда приезжают гости, единый у всех вопрос: ну как вы здесь зимуете, когда нужно пробраться по полю, порой по пояс в снегу, сквозь метель? А мы говорим: романтично.
When we have guests, they all have one question. How do we spend winter here? It is when you have to go waist deep over the snowy field. And we say, it's romantic. Do you know what it looks like to come out in the morning, standing barefoot on the snow, say, "Good morning, planet Earth. It's me." It is such kind of exaltation. It is something stunning inside. I used to live in town all of my life, and I did not even realize that this may be so great, to simply live. We used to have everything. We had money, we had good positions at work, we were well known in the society. We were, like they say now, well settled. I mean, my family. But there were always such kind of heart feeling, like soul discomfort. We were involved in social activities. We were dealing with arts. But still we were missing something in our life. One day I said to myself that all my future life starting from this very moment will consist of love only. Only with love to everything, whatever I touch in my life. It appeared to be difficult, very difficult.
Ко всему, с чем бы я ни соприкасалась в жизни. Это трудно оказалось. Очень трудно.
Несмотря на все трудности,
in spite of all difficulties, Nadezhda's family exchanged town's vanity for life in eco-village. On piece of land sized 1 hectare, they have begun to set their kin's domain, their piece of motherland.
Была интересная история, когда лесники.
There was an interesting story in those days. Foresters, a father and son, were axing this wooden frame. They were very good-hearted people. I was choosing people who were to build a house for us. For them not to be drinkers, not to swear, for them to love what they do. And I found such people. And one day, just before they finished the house, there was just a frame erected. The son says, "Dad, what's the matter? We were axing so many houses, but I never felt myself so good. What's this? It looks like just a regular frame." So they were puzzling here, looking at the walls. But I knew the reason. It is because I was really warming up every log with my heart. I wanted so much for my house to be like that. This is how another well-built, cozy house arose in the eco-village Rodnoe, warmed up with people's hearts. Absolutely new life has begun in the new dwelling.
Скажем, до ближайшего магазина, вот 5 километров пешком или на велосипеде, это нормально.
Say, to the nearest shop, it's about a 5-kilometer walk or by bicycle. It is normal, but you can walk to the shop together with your neighbors, and you will see every tree, every flower on the way, and you can talk over so many things. And moreover, it appears that you can do everything by yourself, to bake some bread too, and not because you have to, but it appears to be more delicious. And thus, to that, there is an information about fine grist flour. It is actually very harmful to our stomach, because flour turns into sticky paste and covers the stomach walls from inside. And when I simply took a hand mill and grinded some flour and baked some flat cakes, my husband said, "It is such a stunning thing, such nourishing bread. Let's make it every day."
Какой сытный хлеб, давай каждый день.
В поместье Надежды, кроме собак,
in Nadezhda's estate, along with cats and dogs, a noisy couple settled. Gosha, with his girlfriend, already started to look for the place for their kin's nest. Are you growing them for meat? No, not for meat, that's for sure. For them to live simply nearby. It is such a beauty, such a nice socializing. It's a pleasure. How away can one refuse it? In nature, animals are afraid of man. This happens because man started to shoot them. And here they trust us. You see, they love us, in fact. When we are out for a few days and we come back, they show us their love. Such a big love. How can one talk about meat?
Они вот так доверчиво могут относиться к себе, и они ведь любят. Вот когда отлучаешься из поместья на несколько дней, приезжаешь, это же вот такая любовь, вот такая любовь, вот такая любовь. Ну какой же, как можно о мясе говорить? Ой, ты хороший.
На заднем дворе поместья,
on the backyard of the estate, another big and harmonious family lived. It is my world, where not only men present, but this is not meat. I never see it like that. No way. This is smart brains, hens. They're able to love us, to value us. And it is such a beauty. You say there are 3 cocks, and they're all so different, so much beauty in them. And morning without crowing becomes like, you see, we did not value many things in town because we never knew them. And it appears that the world is filled with them. And they are so alive, and they are so good, and it seems to me the world would be imperfect without them, like the world without flowers. Cocks, for instance, are crowing in different times in the morning, and in different ways depending on the weather. That is to come during the day. And this dependence, it looks like they give us a forecast message, and generally they don't burden us. Because when it is not just as small as 600 square meters with a small yard and shed, but it's a hectare instead, where all and everything has its place, and you don't become a slave of your household. They come and go themselves. They socialize. They, after all, have their special mission in this space. When they put their droppings, pick up some worms, they help this way. They work.
Где они оставляют помет или поедают гусениц, они же помогают мне в этом пространстве, они работают. Рассказывают соседи, я уехала в город.
From our neighbor's word, once we were out in town and some people arrived. The neighbor says, "Picture this. During your absence, your merry company did not let anybody in. When the people approached, the dog came to meet them. The geese came out, and all the crowd began to bark, to make noise, so that the people had to leave." In summer, when a hawk came to hunt some chicken, the mother hen with her chicken, the one of white hair, was accompanied by cats. She was taking them for a walk around the yard, and the cats were always lying down nearby, the place where the hen and the chicken were walking. As soon as the hen was moving and the cat was moving too, they were protecting the chicken against the hawk, so it did not attack. It was just flying in circles, somewhere in the sky.
Хотя он не нападал, он просто там где-то вот кружил. И когда человек
When man doesn't let aggression into his relations with animals, when he doesn't look at them from a consumer approach, the animals have another inner state. They don't conflict among themselves. They're quiet. And I can say they are more productive. Eggs produced by these hens are not comparable with those being sold in supermarkets.
На роль охранника поместья, кроме собак,
There is one more, quite active creature claiming for the role of estate guard.
особа.
Она росла со щенком вместе.
She was growing together with puppy dog, and so she learned from it. This she-goat, what do you have it for? To get some milk, to socialize, to be on guard. If she sees some bush in the wrong place, she will go and eat it out, but not for meat. I cannot look at the animals as meat, as food.
Вот, они вот такие хорошие, такие замечательные.
Зимой в поселении Родное начинается период
In winter, in eco-village Rodnoe, the period of comprehension of developed stage begins. Plans for the future are built. New ideas are born. Winter, it is always a source of fresh ideas.
Зима – это всегда источник свежих мыслей.
Зимой основная прелесть, очень много времени.
Anatoly Molchanov. The main charm in winter is that you have plenty of time, and this time is spent for comprehension, for books, reading, for forming sort of new world outlook for the next following year. You see, in old days, man used to build all his plans in winter. He was getting ready for the change, accumulating some energy and power, was calming down, and was moving up to the process of creation. Alexander Malishenko. When I came to Rodnoe, the very first blissful experience for me was an ice hole. I will be 23 soon, and all of my life in town, for my whole 22 years, I never used to bathe in an ice hole, and everybody I knew told me it was harmful. They were afraid to be frozen, and here, when I jumped in, I simply felt like all chakras are opened. It is like divine bliss. It is such a pleasure, and you feel yourself much better after all. Oh, it is so good. 3 times, 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it is perfect. Tatiana Molchanova. If there is no winter, perhaps man would be boring. Just boring. You see, winter has its own charm. It's a stove, it's a fire, it's an exaltation. It is when you are eager to get warmed. After coming in from cold, suddenly you understand that you are warm at any frost. Because your warmth, it is always with you. Just move your body a bit more, and that's it. Remember, they say, anyone at Russian frost goes young. Even an old man will run, and this is the charm of winter.
Но однажды зима со всеми ее прелестями.
One day, however, winter must give way to spring. On the 22nd of March, on the snowy shore of the lake, villagers of Rodnoe celebrated farewell to the winter.
Настоящие проводы зимы.
Снежную даль.
Thank you, winter. Thank you, winter. I suggest for now, standing right in the ring, may all at once, or everybody in person, to make a wish to everyone. Let everyone say whatever one wants. May we have a lot of neighbors. May all our young people who are not here yet come back soon. And of course, may everyone who needs it find their second half this year. So be it. Sergei Trapeznikov. When all will want to feel within themselves, like continuation of their fathers, mothers, grandfathers and grandmothers, great-grandmothers and great-grandfathers, Father God and Mother Love, when everywhere in everything created, one will see one's own thought, where one participates in co-creation of this beautiful space, where we are standing now, where everyone emanates from their hearts and feelings to this world, produced by their own thoughts in co-creation with Father and Mother, the space where every one of us has been. Man of the universe, embrace this space of yours, embrace yourself, experience this space and radiate this light that you create. Long live to your thoughts. Irina Baturlina. Sweet sun, good sun, come out from the clouds, light up this nice fiesta, shed your warmth and light on the land of goodness. Look into hearts of men, melt the snows of white, and fill with life the sprouts growing in men's souls. And may those sprouts grow up to the sky, and what in soul appears that will come into being on the earth. As flower of origin, the land will spring up, the native one will flourish.
Здравствуй, здравствуй, солнышко, здравствуй, здравствуй, милое, ты моя желанная, ты моя красивая. Здравствуй, здравствуй, солнышко, здравствуй, здравствуй, милая, самая желанная, самая красивая. И невзгоды, и печали больше ни почем, потому что дом мы светом солнца озарен, потому что проникая сквозь житейский быт, светом души согревая, солнышко глядит. Здравствуй, здравствуй, солнышко, здравствуй, здравствуй, милая, ты моя желанная, ты моя красивая. Здравствуй, здравствуй, солнышко, здравствуй, здравствуй, милая, самая желанная, самая красивая.
Раньше на Руси эти праздники именно и праздновались в эти времена. 22 марта это...
In old days, in Rusland, they used to celebrate season holidays like this, right at the time of the year. The 22nd of March is a day of winter solstice, when daytime is equal to nighttime, and consequently, this is a day of energy change. The energy of winter, calmness, turned into the energy of summer creation. The holiday itself goes this way. People sing appropriate songs, have appropriate dances in the ring, and games that are related to both winter and summer. Man has always rejoiced this transition. It is like regular renewal. Step forward is coming. I think that transition holidays like this have to be celebrated at daytime. You see, we used to celebrate all holidays at nighttime before, at 12 p.m. The New Year holiday, for instance. I mean the main holidays. They all were nighttime holidays, for some reason. You see, when people were tired, how can they celebrate? However, at 12 a.m. afternoon, it is a real celebration. People had a good rest and woke up. The sun is shining, and you're having good company of friends that share in the celebration with you.
Рядом с тобой как бы это самая компания друзей, которые разделяют с тобой этот праздник.
Где посажен кедр родовой, где навек обнялись мы с тобой, где родятся наши дети, где любовь огнем нам светит, Родина прекрасная моя. Где родятся наши дети, где любовь огнем нам светит, Родина прекрасная моя. Вихри солнечной листвы, солнцу поднимаем руки мы, отбивает. Родина прекрасная моя. Родина моя. Родина моя.
Праздник украсили различные.
The celebration was adorned by different folk games and amusements. The end of winter was marked by awakening of a sleeping bear. He was taken out from the forest on a sledge. The most activity appeared to fall on the tug-of-war game.
Отличалось перетягивание каната.
We are now trying to live according to the soul. We just wanted to have a gathering today, and on the threshold of coming summer to farewell winter, there are some eco-villagers who don't spend winter here, and they also came today to meet the spring, because they will come here in spring perhaps. Next winter, we will spend all together. Yuri Starikov. I think the more holidays will be, joyful, bright and sunny, the better. This one, it is closer to me for some reason. Well, according to my inner feelings, the sun is getting brighter, the day is becoming longer, and then, really, when the day becomes longer, and the night is important astronomical event, that is good to celebrate this way with friends. The song, Planet of Friends.
Счастья на всех. Я люблю тебя, планета друзей. Я люблю твои песни и смех. Благоденствуй и цвети для людей. Хватит радости и счастья на всех. Хочу, чтоб в добром вечном мире этом в домах прекрасных любящих людей звучала нежно музыка рассвета, и вся планета подпевала ей. Хочу, чтоб вся земля мне домом стала, чтоб, приезжая в дальние края, людей повсюду искренних встречала и ликовала вновь душа моя. Я люблю тебя, планета друзей. Я люблю твои песни и смех. Благоденствуй и цвети для людей. Хватит радости и счастья на всех. Я люблю тебя, планета друзей. Я люблю твои песни и смех. Благоденствуй и цвети для людей. Хватит радости и счастья на всех.
После игр и песен,
After games and songs, everybody who wished, the big appetite enjoyed some pancakes and hot tea. And to end the celebration, a figure of straw was burnt as a symbol of the end of winter. The essence of the whole season rotation is for us to not forget that everything goes in cycles, everything comes back, and if you have made any mistakes before in your life and realized them, you have a chance to live those situations through once more, to react in a different way and to move forward. The song, We Wish You Happiness.
Желаю счастья вам, и оно должно быть таким.
праздники, которые проходят здесь у нас, праздники несколько другого плана. Мы их приурочиваем к тем космическим, к тем
Holidays that we celebrate here, they are of a different kind. We time them to those cosmic events when energy of sun, energy of cosmos, energy of earth collaborate with man. There is a lot of ancient knowledge, lost knowledge, and we try to recover it, discover it. And when soul of man harmonized with those dates, with those flows of energy existing in the universe, so the man must not rejoice of meeting with friends, of having good company, of singing songs, dancing in the rings, but also receives energy coming from the cosmos on this particular day and time, and this energy helps to work further. It is transferred into those plants we grow. It gives power for further life, for creation.
Помогает дальше работать, она переходит в те растения, которые мы сажаем. Это силы для дальнейшей жизни, скажем, для созидания.
На следующий день после праздника пришла весна.
Next day after the holiday, the spring began. The sun's rays warmed up the air, and huge snowdrifts began to give up. 15 families have spent the winter in Eco-Village this year. Amongst them, Irina and Yuri are. In summer, with their friends' help, they built a ring-shaped adobe house. And this winter, it passed the first stability test. Many people dissuaded us from the adobe house, supposing that it cannot keep warmth. It is cold, but it has been warm, dry and comfortable. So I understood that for this latitude, the wall's thickness of 60 centimeters is optimal for our region. You can make it thicker, say 70 centimeters, but it is for good to make it no less than 60 centimeters.
For
the season of autumn to this spring, we stored up 12 square meters of firewood, and we still have a pile of firewood left. So this is how much we spent. The material appears to be very stable, actually. I mean, it is not even crumbling. In fact, it is strong as concrete. It is very stable in dry state. And it's very flexible, I mean, very plastic, movable, due to the straw that also saves warmth. If you don't like any part of the wall, you can always soak it out a bit and form it again, and when it dries out, it takes new form. As for the timber, it is applied very little here. The walls of the adobe house, they support themselves. Everything is rested on them. The log you see here, it is just a fallen fir tree, 9 meters long. We just put it there, and the central pillar that supports the whole roof is set on it. The timber on the ceiling and rafters are made of wooden poles. We could not think it up simpler. The windows and door frames, they are mounted right into adobe walls. I mean, they are just set. When the walls are built up to the window level, the window frames are set, and then the adobe walls are built further up.
Саман очень интересный, и окошки, и дверные рамы, они вмонтируются прямо в саман. То есть они ставятся, когда саман дошел до уровня рам, ставится рама, и дальше она начинается влепливаться прямо в саман. То есть вот все.
Мы 2 года прожили в палатке.
For 2 years, we have been living in a tent here on the field, and now we have a home. We have got a place where we always eager to come back to. I mean, we have not broken off our relationship with the town yet, but to come back here from town, it's just indescribable feeling. The main asset of the house is considered to be a stove, made of straw and clay, like the whole house is. It's a kind of work of art. I just set a task to Yuri. I said to him, I need a stove, a way to have a cooking place, an oven, and also to be ring-shaped, for it is to fit into our ring-shaped design. And you know, it seems to me he made it just perfect, although the upper bed was not meant. But Yuri's favorite fairy tale is Amelia, who used to go by stove. And so he tried to put all his efforts to think up a way to have an upper bed. I mean, he measured the height all the time to make sure that there will be enough space left where you can lie comfortably. And so you see it is made, the stove. It was made by feelings, because there are no standards here. It was just sculptured around by the hands, the way it was going itself.
И, в общем, вот получилось, то есть печка, она лепилась, скажем так, чувствами, то есть тут нет каких-то стандартных форм, просто вот как она выходила, как вот там легло, да, и вот просто выглаживаешь уже все, что вот рождается.
We have a roof here, as 12-sided pyramid, and the rafters come to the end right at the stove level. I mean out there, and it happened that the stove is sitting at the bottom of the 12-sided pyramid, and here in the center of the pyramid, which is made in almost golden ratio production, we have this bed, so that any person who comes to visit us, Yuri forward them up to the stove straight away. He says, it is a cosmic portal, so once you climb up here, you are carried away to nowhere. And really, when people climb up here, a transformation occurs. I mean that people are really being changed. We have those who already went through this, and they say, listen, your stove is an absolutely tremendous thing.
Залезаешь и сразу, говорит, тебя уносит куда-то. Вот, и народ залезает, то есть и происходит трансформация, то есть, ну, действительно изменяются люди, то есть вот у нас есть те, которые уже приезжали, вот, и потом, значит, они говорят, слушайте, говорят, вообще потрясающая печка.
This opinion is shared by some other inhabitants of the adobe house that settled down behind the stove. Crickets, as we found, like very much to live in the adobe house for some reason.
Как они здесь появились, вот, но когда уже появились, было поздно, то есть они развелись сразу очень, ну, их сразу очень много, вот, и оказалось, что они любят глину, то есть они живут, вот, если в доме нет печки.
We don't know how they got in there. But when they did, it was too late. I mean, they have come and multiplied at once, and it appeared that they are like clay. I mean, they live in it. As they usually live behind the clay stove, we have a whole house, in fact, made of clay. So they feel absolutely free here. If we don't heat the stove for a few days, they don't sing. So if the temperature drops down to 15 degrees centigrade, they fall silent. And when they multiplied enormously, we wondered how they feed themselves. Most likely, there are some seeds left in straw, rice seeds, and they find them in the walls. And when they grew up, they started to sing. So we get a full impression of sleeping in the tent in hot summer night, and it was so all night long. But when they multiplied too much, it became a little annoying to me, and Yura said, well, didn't you want a singing house? So you've got it. I mean our house. It is all singing, all glowing.
Ну, говорит, все, говорит, ты его получила. Вот. То есть у нас дома он весь поет.
It is daytime now, so they sound modest. They are warming up, and they sing in the evening. So they don't disturb you? No, they don't. We ask friends, Yura, how do you like crickets? Yes, a lot. I spend half a night listening to these nice songs. It is a sense of summer coming back. Perhaps, as a matter of fact, several times I wake up and look at the wall with the feeling that it must be cold out. Quite the contrary. It was warm, and I got up in the morning in a good mood, just great. I had a good rest for both soul and body. The snag of the ceiling of the house is looked in the original way. Yuri found it in the forest and mastered a luster. In winter evenings, it gives enough light to do some home chores. When I still was living in town, I felt my activity, my work, leave rubbish behind. I'm a builder by profession. I owned a construction company. I used to provide a renovation service to houses and offices, and suddenly I got to see a pile of rubbish on the ground, simply thrown by someone. I thought to myself, well, I never do like this. I take all rubbish from my activity to a dumping place. And suddenly a thought flashed in my mind. So what's the difference? I mean, whether you drop it here or take it out there, it's still left on the earth. At first I tried to throw this thought away. Then I understood that I simply cannot run away from it. I mean, that I pile it up more and more, and the earth, it may simply suffocate. I cannot say for all people to stop this activity, but for myself, I can say that I did it. I stopped dumping the earth. I know for this house, if I decide to build something different, I mean, if I get such a desire, it will turn back to earth, to origin material. The straw will be rotten, clay and sand will turn to soil, timber will be ate out by worms, and it will not dump the earth. I mean, this house is a living one and will turn back to life.
Он превратится в то, из чего он сделан. Он превратится в землю, солома сгниет, глина растает, ну, то есть вместе с песком. Это будет земля, вот, и червяки съедят древесину, и он не загадит землю. То есть этот дом живой.
We have come here consciously. We have a choice, and we have not chosen urban life where everything is impersonal. I don't know where the tap water comes from. I don't see these pipes. I mean, I know that I have a streamlet on my land. And when I take water from it, I see it's alive. The life runs in it. And the town's water contains chloride of lime. I know this is poison. There is no life there. But back at school, we used to learn that chlorine is poison. And so we have chosen non-toxic life here, life that is natural. And so vibrations coming from the earth, the grass, the trees, and the crickets, they're natural, and therefore they are harmonious to my body, to my soul. And when I come to town, I face absolutely different vibrations of trams, cars, junk music, so that my cells, 80% consisting of water, they absorb this information, you see, and these vibrations. They are absolutely unnatural to me, so I'm turned into unnatural vibrations. And this way, the process in my body starts. It is ruined, growing old, losing water. And when I come back to my natural environment, I recover my own harmonious rhythms, because every man has his own rhythm. And even if I adjust myself to Yuri's rhythm, I will feel uncomfortable. And in town, we are forced to adjust our heart rhythm to vibrations that are absolutely uncomfortable to us, that ruin us.
То есть я включаюсь в неестественные вибрации, и от этого мой организм начинает разрушаться, стареть, не удерживать влагу. То есть идет вот разрушение меня. И когда я возвращаюсь снова в естественную среду обитания, вот, когда я восстанавливаю свои собственные ритмы, которые гармоничны мне и моему сердцу, потому что у каждого человека свой ритм, и даже если я буду подстраивать свой ритм под ритм Юры, мне будет некомфортно.
We have chosen life, love, happiness. We have chosen enjoyment. We have chosen to enjoy the world we live in. We have chosen to rejoice. Those God creations that He created for us, and He wanted us to rejoice. That is when a flower is expanding. It is expanding for you, for everyone, for Yuri. And it says, look how beautiful I am, look at me. And it emanates such a sweet fragrance. And so when one lives in such a world, one begins to be fragrant oneself. Because you see, in towns, we use different deodorants, perfumes. We try to dull that smell that is coming from man in town. And why does it come? This bad smell from mouth, from body. One has to wash oneself very often, drying out one's skin. Because again, we vibrate on wrong frequency. I mean, we force our own body and begins to stink.
И вот когда человек живет вот в этом мире, человек сам начинает благоухать, потому что вот мы пользуемся в городах всякими дезодорантами, духами, там вот, то есть мы пытаемся заглушить тот запах, который идет от человека в городе. А он почему идет вот этот вот запах дурной изо рта, там от тела? Вот нам приходится мыться очень часто, вот иссушая свою кожу, потому что мы вибрируем, опять же, не на своей частоте, то есть мы насилуем свое собственное тело.
And when I live in harmony with nature, everything inside me blossoms and expands. I mean, God could not think up a bad smell for me. So when I eat vegetarian food that is grown out of the earth with grace, if I breathe the air where pollen of herbs and flowers is spread, and the sun's rays caress me gently, that I am fragrant like a flower. I may be like one flower today, and like another flower tomorrow, and like a third flower the day after tomorrow. I love it so much.
Если меня ласкает солнечный свет, Вот. И оглаживает, дает мне рост и силу, что я благоухаю как цветок. То есть я могу сегодня таким цветком быть, завтра другим, послезавтра третьим. И мне так нравится.
Своей мыслью способен человек.
With thoughts, a man is able both destroying and creating worlds. We're always free to choose what to be born for, to be living in the past and suffering or doing good, creating a world of beauty and warming it with love.
Чудесный мир вокруг, любовью согревая.
Здесь свободна мысль.
A thought is free here, and I can spend hours in the forest, sensing and listening to its vibrations. It is very blissful, very pleased. I mean, it's like you reveal, come back to yourself. You begin to hear from inside of yourself all these natural sounds of nature.
Вот эти естественные звуки природы.
Закрыты двери на засов, но ты уже открыть готов окно ключом своей мечты, стирая образ суеты. Без сомнения, покрыты мраком небеса, но ты уже решился сам очистить небо от тоски, пусть даже с сединой виски. В день рождения в чистом поле на заре, где начнется новый век, ждут тебя уже давно. Возвращайся, человек.
Film producer Andrei Shadrov.
Век страданий прочь умчится, улетит осенней птицей, вспыхнут радостью огни. Мы с тобою не одни в мире этом. Возвращайся, человек, ждут тебя здесь сотни лет, с доброй вестью на устах. Пусть цветет в твоих садах вся планета. В чистом поле на заре, где начнется новый век, ждут тебя уже давно. Возвращайся, человек.
Sincere thanks to Anatoly and Tatiana Molchanovs and Anastasia and Vladimir Merge.
Чем больше вот этих ячеек на нашей земле,
the more cells like this will be on Earth, the more, first of all, our beautiful country, Russia, will prosper, will have their own nice, nutritional food, living food. Special thanks to all eco-villages of Kin's domains, Rodnoe. I love you. Live in joy. The song by Andrei Shadrov, Welcome Home, Man.
И на улице рассвет в дверь с молитвою стучит. Дверь шатнулась, скрипит. С возвращением, человек.